Hello. Right, it's been a while again, but I've been doing some little bits and pieces, so I thought I would show you what I've been up to. So obviously, as you know, I've been gradually building my collection of these retaining walls, and as you can see from this one, it does have some weathering on it now. I've probably gone a little bit overkill on it, but this was my first ever go. So I've got another section here, so I'll go through what I did, and obviously I'm not going to do it as much as this one, but it will still be alright. So first of all, the weathering powders. Well, first of all, excuse the mess. I've been doing various bits, building new sections, new Metcalf kits and things like that. So anyway, weathering powders I got from a company called Model Display Products. I'll put the link in the description, and these are pro pigments, these weathering powders. So I've got a set of 4, which were £10 for 4, and then I bought another one which was £3. I think they sell them all individually for £3, but obviously if you buy the sets, I think they do the whole set of about, I don't know, 20 different colours for 30 quid or something like that. But anyway, so the colours I've got is chromium oxide, which is like a green colour. Then we've got light green earth, which looks like, I don't know, beigey sort of colour. Then I've got graphite, which it's actually got little shiny specks in it, so I was going to use that on the inside of the tunnel and things like that, which I probably still will. I'll see what it looks like. And then we've got burnt green earth, which doesn't look green at all, it looks like brown, so that's handy. And then I've got titanium white, just because, really, no reason. So then I was doing a bit of research and things like that, and everyone on the forums and the internet and things like that are saying once you've applied it, spray the whole kit with Testa's dull coat. Now I've searched and tried to find places that have got it in stock, nowhere seems to have it, so I've gone with this from the same place, Ultra Matte Varnish. So I'll experiment on one section and I'll see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll be alright. I can use that with the airbrush. So that's one thing. So yeah, my technique, right or wrong, I've got one brush which I've used for all colours because I'm not too bothered about them being mixed together. I've got this little paint palette thing, and as you can see I've just put some of the colours in different sections. Ignore these are just some paint from long ago. So what I actually did with the brown, or burnt green earth I should say, is I actually mixed it with the graphite. Sorry, you probably didn't see that. So I've mixed the two colours together there, and then we'll just stir it all up. I'm not even bothered about it being that stirred up. I don't really want the little shiny bits in there. So I quite like the green, so all I've been doing is basically scooping some up on the brush and then just, in no actual style or pattern, just wiping it over the bit thingy. Yeah. It's easy to get carried away. I mean, I've heard they do dull down a little bit when you apply the varnish, so hopefully that's something that will help this. Alright, so then we'll do some brown to Let's go down this edge here. I just want it to look crap, you know, like, not crap, but old, like it's been there since the steam era, but maybe been repaired plenty of times, but not actually replaced. Because this is going on a modern layout. So, I mean, that's, I'm not going to go crazy on it, that's pretty much it. Give it a shake. There we go. Maybe put a bit of white around, just to, I think the white's really for sort of like contrasting. Or you can imitate bird poo and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. I'll go and place some of these up on the actual layout in a bit, and just to give you a feel of what it's actually going to be like. But yeah, I'm not going to make it a crazy long video because it's kind of pointless, but hopefully that's helpful to somebody. Like I say, this is my first time ever doing any kind of weathering, so but I think it's pretty easy. Less is probably more, if I'm honest, but you get carried away like I'm doing now. I said that's about it, but I'm still doing it. Moving the arches a little bit. Yeah, right, that is it. Anyway, right, so I'll place them on the layout and show you what they look like. Hello, we are back in the loft now. Right, so these are the retaining walls that I did a little bit of weathering on. Now I'm up in this light, it doesn't actually look that much. You can see the bits of green I've done on them. I think they look alright. Probably a bit too much green in places. It will probably, or hopefully it will blend in nicely with the once I've painted the actual baseboard and put some earth and they've got ballast brushed up against them, and some shrubs and weeds and things like that. I think it would look fine, and I think the scene that you can see there looks pretty good. I'm fairly happy with that. I need a lot more retaining walls to build. Let me just move this along. So I have these along here. I have got some more to build, but I probably will need more still, because I need to do that wall there, and I'm yet to decide what to do here in the corner, which is, let me just set the camera up and I'll come back. Right, so over in this corner here, I was hoping to have some kind of tunnel, and I can't decide how to do it. I've got one of the Metcalfe single entrance tunnels, which I can put there, but it doesn't tie in very well with the hill in the background. In my mind I was kind of thinking I could have that there, tie in, you know, hide that little join in the corner, and then have the hill coming over the top, but then it's going to be a straight vertical drop down here, which isn't going to work. I didn't really want to have a hill over the top of here because I've got point work here, and I think it would be asking for trouble having points inside a tunnel. So I'm a little bit stuck as to what to do with it really now. I kind of wanted to hide the bend as well, or some of the bends, because nobody likes these set track bends because they look a little bit too sharp. Yeah, so any ideas, let me know. I'll think of something, but yeah, just any thoughts would be good. Right, so my next job really is to get some of the baseboard painted so that I could see what these retainer walls will actually look like. Now I've ballasted the track, the top track. Let me just move this up. So it's looking alright. It's a pain in the arse job, as you all know. And then it goes a bit messy over there because that's as far as I got. There's some little bits to tidy up here and there where it's on the edge of the cork. You can just about see the cork coming through there. Right, let me put you back down there. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what to do, but yeah, stuck. It's what happens when you just build a layout without totally planning it. I did plan it on a track planner and everything, but didn't really plan where the hills and things would be. So yeah, my bad, but I will think of something, I will work something out. And before anybody starts talking about scratch building tunnel mouths and things like that, I'm not sure I'm up to that. I'm not sure that's something I would execute very skillfully. I think it's the sort of thing that in time I'd probably have a go at it and it'd work alright, but the stage I'm at the moment, I couldn't possibly do that. But I sort of need to know what to do here, like in this area with a hill and everything, before I start doing the station, which is kind of behind the camera here, because I need to know the sort of environment, the setting, things like that, where the road's going to go. There's loads of little factors I need to think about first, so yeah, not much of an update, but I thought I'd show you some of these things. I'll show you some of the weathering a little bit closer up. By the way, these have had the matte, the ultra matte varnish on them. So hang on, let me readjust. Focus that. So there we go. Yeah, I think they look alright. I think the green looks overkill, but once all the rest of the scenery is down and the ballast and everything, I actually think it'll be alright. There's as you go into Exeter St David train station, it's not Exeter Central train station, there's you go through like some huge retaining walls just before you're going in, and they're covered in green mossy algae stuff. They look more green than they do grey, and they are sort of stonework like these. So yeah, hopefully it will, I'm not trying to resemble that, I'm just using that as an example. Alright, I'll show you one more shot. So I just thought I'd show you this angle here. Excuse my wobbly hand. So I need to do some work behind the retaining walls there, but that will be done. yeah, so a little bit more work. Any thoughts on this area? Please let me know. I guess my only other option is possibly to not have a tunnel, live with the fact that I'm going to have some tight curves visible, and just try and continue the retaining walls going around the corner. Not really sure how that will work. Let's have a go. Let's have a quick go. I'll bring you back in a sec. Alright, so this is my other option to go round the corner with the retaining walls, which doesn't actually look as bad as I thought it would. It's a little bit gappy. Let me use a pointing spoon, whatever. So we can see daylight through these gaps, so that would need some work. But it's not too bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would look. So maybe that's what I need to do. I can always find other places for the tunnel entrances. Yeah. Okay. Alright, it's got me thinking now. It's got me thinking, guys. Alright, so I have now painted most of the baseboard on this side around the track. I've gone right up to the edge of the sleepers. Right, so what I've done is I've mixed a bit of water with some of this really cheap acrylic paint. These are like a pound from like a cheap shop around the corner. Added a little bit of PVA in there. I've also added, that's the main colour, which is burnt umber. I've also added a tiny little bit of black in that just to bulk it up. And then I've just painted all of this with a 2-inch brush. Didn't take long. So now I have a base. So I've only done this side. I haven't done anything over there, because I kind of figured I'll practice on this bit. Rather than do the whole thing wrong and cock it up, I'll practice on this bit, and then hopefully I'll get better and doing the scenery and things like that. And then as I get around the other side, it'll be easier. And then if I learn new techniques and have to correct stuff around here, then fair enough. But as you can see, there's actually quite a big bit of space. So this entire space here is going to be like a town scene with the station and things like that. So it's quite a good bit, quite a good area. So I've still got the question of what to do there, like I mentioned earlier. I'm going to have the same issue up the end there. As there are no points directly on the bends there, I think I will completely cover. I'll have like 2 double entrance tunnels, and then I can go from there. Really, it will look like they're just 2 tunnels going off in different directions. So now I've got this cleared for once. Still need to clear the floor, it's a right mess. But now I've got most of this area cleared, I can start looking at actually building a station platform. So there's going to be a station building with a platform right against this edge here, and then there's going to be a footbridge going over 3 lines. I think there's a footbridge anyway, I haven't actually decided yet, maybe a subway. And then there's a large platform there which is going to serve the 2 lines at the back. So the middle line there will be, I'll probably have a constant freight line on it or something like that that would just trundle through the station every now and again. And I will possibly have another line coming round this corner here. It's hard to explain without the platform here. And it will be like excuse me. It'll be like a branch line terminus sort of thing, for like a little DMU to just park up on the other side of the platform that's here, with a buffer. So yeah, it's all starting to come into my head. Apart from that bit, I haven't got a clue what to do there. But anyhow, yeah, painted, done. Just got to let it dry now, turn the heater on and leave it for a few hours. So it is a pretty cold day, so I'm hoping it's going to dry alright. It's not a brilliant job, as you can see there's patches here and there, but obviously the whole area will be covered in some kind of landscaping, whether it be grass, static grass, turf material, bushes, roads, pavements. So none of this will be visible, this is just to give me a base. So I've added the PVA in there to give it a little bit more of a seal. This whole baseboard was sealed anyway, but yeah, it's gonna help a little bit. But anyway, yeah, right, I'm going now. Toodaloo! If you want to watch the previous video, click the top link. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and click the bottom link on your screen now. Thank you.